HowExpert! Top 10 Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tips and lessons. HowExpert publishes how-to guides on all topics from A to Z by everyday experts. Visit HowExpert.com to learn more. Moving on, or should I say, tapping out. Let's talk about the HowExpert Top 10 Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tips and lessons. Number 1. Just show up. Everyone who's ever done jiu-jitsu and thrived in the art can agree this is the most important step. The first one. People are often intimidated by the initial jump into martial arts. Why? Well, the answer is pretty simple. Nobody wants to start from the bottom. It's a huge problem, especially for individuals who have a difficult time with humility and patience. The majority of everyone doesn't enjoy losing, so it's hard to decide to overcome that aspect of it. Just show up. Walk through the doors, ask the questions, get the information, and get to work. It's the hardest part, but you'll be thankful you did it. Number 2. Know there are gyms out there for every personality. A misstep people make when they get started is allowing one specific gym to leave a bad taste in their mouth. All the time I hear something along the lines of, well, so-and-so went to this gym and this person did this and they own the gym and we just can't believe that this type of thing is allowed at all in any sport. While being 100% understandable, it's also a little overkill. I think we all have the basic understanding that lots of people in the world tend to believe that they can do whatever they want, and this ideal is not lacked in transferring over with gym ownerships. Oftentimes, it's worse in jiu-jitsu because the sport was designed for confrontation. It attracts people who fan the flame and don't understand the holistic purpose of the sport. Don't let one gym turn you away. Try several. I know in our area alone, we have roughly around 5 to 6 jiu-jitsu gyms. They're all different, from MMA style to Royce Gracie professionalism. They all have something different to offer depending on your goals and your views. So do some research and find your niche. You won't be sorry. Number 3, learn and dissect your why. Everyone has a why. It's one of the first questions I always ask someone who's getting started. Some people will outright tell me, and others are timid about it. Each answer gives me the information I need to know on how to approach them when it comes to learning and navigating situations. This question is also asked because it helps them ask themselves the same thing. Why am I here? The need to know how to fight originates deep down inside all of us, but certain scenarios and experiences tend to shed light on it more than others. I've had all kinds of answers. I've had the someone touched me when I didn't want to be touched reasons. I've had the I thought I was going to die and I wasn't ready to die explanations. I've even had the simple I'm tired of feeling weak replies. Your reason is important to you, and you need to pick it apart and identify it because it will be what keeps you going. Number 4, knowing this is a lifelong commitment. This art is forever. It's not something you can do for a while, quit, and then expect to use it when you need it. It doesn't work that way. Just like taking a 4-hour self-defense course doesn't work that way. Responding to a stressful situation takes repetition. Repetition to the point when your mind goes blank, your body needs to know what to do. This is a hard mental barrier for you to get through, but it will be well worth it. Climbing the belt ladder takes time. Getting to your black belt takes time. Once you reach that point, you'll understand even more that your black belt was just the beginning. It's a lifelong commitment to yourself. You owe yourself that much. You will learn that along the way. You deserve to be strong, feel strong, and be able to approach life in the way it was designed for your mind and body. After a while, it honestly becomes a lifestyle. From exercise to nutrition, it all blends together. You'll be better for it. Number 5, learning what to do. Learning jiu-jitsu isn't easy when you're brand new. The best thing that you can do is familiarize yourself with all the basics. Whenever you show up to class, chances are you're going to be thrown right into the middle of it. It's not to torture you, it's just how it works. Of course, we try to have a no man left behind rule, but we also expect you to do the work. So we aren't explaining basic drills every single time you show up. This sport requires homework. YouTube is your friend. Gracie instructionals are your friend. 10th Planet videos are your friend. Any content that you can get your hands on in your spare time will help propel the pathways in your brain forward and make the road a little easier next time. Number 6, tapping. On your first day, This will be explained to you, and it might be explained over and over depending on what happens during your training. This is the most important tip to prevent injuries. Tapping is when you've reached a point where you can't take it anymore. I phrase it like this because some people believe you should only tap if an extremity is about to break or if you are about to pass out. Once you get to a certain level, this is true. But for beginners, tapping is something you need to do often to avoid hurting yourself because you haven't learned your limits yet. You're never going to want to keep training if you keep getting injured and frustrated. We see it every day. People start, they go too hard, get injured, and fizzle out. Don't let that be you. Learn to tap whenever something doesn't feel right. Upper belts will understand and reset with you. Your experiences will be much more satisfying when you're able to enjoy yourself. Number 7, know who and who not to partner with. I've been doing this for 7 years, and this is one of the most important beginner tips that I can come up with for you. As present in any sport, it's imperative that you identify people you shouldn't partner with. Who knows, one day you might get good enough to where you can become a mat enforcer. Something you don't need to worry about yet. And you'll be able to handle anyone and everyone. Right now, though, you want to learn just some basic boundaries. Some days you might feel like going hard or rolling with someone who uses nothing but brute strength. However, days when you don't feel like it and you accept those rules are usually the days when injuries occur. As a newbie, you don't really have anything to prove to anyone, and you should focus on yourself and what will make you better. Number 8, confidence. Jiu-Jitsu will allow you to be confident with yourself. I don't know how else to describe it other than that. The way you walk, talk, act will change. People will notice, whether it's walking down the street without having to look over your shoulder or telling someone no, because you've got experience on how to handle the situation if they don't respect you. People will notice. Number 9, when you think you want to quit, don't. I did multiple times. I always came back. I'm creating this tip for you because I don't want you to be like me. Power through your ups and downs. It's a mindset sport, and viewing it as a lifelong art will help you to be able to get over any doubts that you may have. Number 10, be a good training partner. This sport seems like a solo sport, but it isn't. You won't get anywhere without the people around you, and this is a very important tip to remember. Oftentimes, people get lost in the chase to become the best that they can be, and they forget they're not going to be able to get where they need to be without the people there to push them. Your team are the ones standing on the sidelines watching you grow, and they see what you need to work on to get there. Respect the people you're partnering with and their opinions. If you do, you'll be part of something bigger than yourself and surrounded by an amazing support system. If you liked our video, be sure to click like and subscribe for more HowExpert Top 10 videos for all topics from A to Z in the future. Also, let us know about other topics you want us to do a HowExpert Top 10 video in the future in the comments below. Thank you, have an amazing day, and take care. HowExpert publishes quick how-to guides on all topics from A to Z by everyday experts. Visit HowExpert.com to learn more.